Quick few words before we start this morning. I know some people know me, the repeat offenders, and I know some people have crossed the border from Galway today, and I hope you showed your passports from Bernard Kirkland over there. My name is Frank Walsh, I'm the director here in Athlone Education Centre. Bernard couldn't be with us this morning, he will be joining us later in the day. And just to give you a bit of background and a bit of context to this, as you're aware, there's a selection process and the names were sent forward to the ERC and so on, and we'll be explaining what happened at that point. From our perspective, we're delighted to have you here. We're delighted to have you here on Saturday because I know a Saturday is precious to everybody, so thank you very much for your attendance on Saturday. It's very much appreciated. And I'd also like to thank MJ and Mia and Kira and the other team who are behind this wonderful work that's going to happen here today. The one person who's been championing this cause for the last year and a half is the gentleman down at the back, Mr. Kieran Cannon, TD, Minister of State of the Department of Education and Skills. I had to practice getting that out this morning. And in fairness to the Minister, he's been championing this for about the last year and a half. We've been working with subcommittees and steering committees, and the Minister is the one who's constantly pushing it. So we're delighted to be able to work with the Minister and support the work that he's doing. I'm just going to hand over to the Minister now. He's going to have a couple of words to you, and then Emer Delaney, the lady at the back on the right, is from the Education and Research Centre, will take up the story from there about what's happening with the research and how things are going to progress from here. And then you'll be in the very careful hands of Mia and MJ for the remainder of the day, who will look after your every need. And as I said, you'll be well fed and well watered, and we hope to have you out here approximately 4. We thought it was going to be longer, but we're thinking approximately 4 at the moment. So thank you very much for your attendance. I'd like to hand over to Minister Cannon.
Thank you and good morning to everybody. I just want to give you a quick overview of how we've arrived at today. About a year and a half ago, there was an event in Dublin called Change Nation, where an organisation called Ashoka Ireland, who's part of a global network of social entrepreneurs, invited 50 of the world's top social entrepreneurs to visit Dublin and to share their ideas, not alone around the education, but all other aspects of society, with us, with policymakers and with other people involved in the private and public sector. And we got to meet 50 different social entrepreneurs. One of them was a guy called John Myton from Canada, who's created a math pedagogy called Jump Math, which has been exceptionally successful in a number of different settings, certainly in Canada, in Bulgaria, in the US, and also in Brixton in London, the UK. And we were asked as policymakers to pick one of these social entrepreneurs to work with him or her to see would their idea work in an Irish context. And I chose to work with John, and we looked at, I suppose, assessing how the teaching of math in primary schools in Ireland, seeing how it could be improved, seeing what John's successes in other jurisdictions work equally well here, and seeing were there any other methodologies under development here in Ireland that might be complementary, and then we could work together to see which elements of each particular methodology would work well on a long-term basis. So both Frank Walsh here in Athlone and Bernard Kirk and myself begun work on this about a year and a half or so ago. We put together a steering group including Dr. Sean Delaney from the Marino Institute, one of the foremost authorities on math teaching in the country, Aoife Kelly from the NCCA, and a number of other people who helped us to bring the project to where we are this morning. So what we're doing here today, there are 12 schools in this particular represented in this room who are going to work on Impact, which is an exciting new programme being developed by the PTST. There are 12 other schools about a mile or so away working on the JUMP methodology. We have the ERC, a hugely reputable, internationally reputable research body overseeing the research applying to both methodologies. And at the end of the year, we'll produce a report. And that report will conclude, hopefully, that some elements of both processes have been particularly successful, and then we will then look at incorporating all of those elements into primary math teaching in the future. That's the intention, and we will have a document, a very credible document, with very hard, verifiable evidence within that document that these methodologies work in an Irish context, and then we will move forward, hopefully, to incorporating those elements into our teaching in the future. So, from the bottom of my heart, thanks to each and every one of you for leaving your families and your homes this morning to join us on a Saturday morning of your own free will, and I very much appreciate the commitment that you are making to be part of this very exciting project in the teaching of math in the future. So well done to all of you, and good luck in the next year. Thanks very much.
Thank you.